gotta be brave. Light so bright, I can feel the rays. My lungs feel tight, I can barely breathe.
All that struck mines did get forced. It's basically even here, so it's really not the most dire of straights. They're in the position where, you know, look, they only have to make a mistake once. He's got the sprint, and he's just annihilating everybody. He's going everybody.
Hello, welcome to the LAN Downunder 2025. We're here at the Fortress Arena here in Melbourne. We love our Fortress. We love our green lighting. It makes me look mildly sickly. So, I am the LAN 22 or Snazzy, I don't know, whatever people really know me as, and I'm here with...
Yeah, there we go. What's up, guys? It's Big Fella Goose here. The LAN Downunder 2025, and wow, we're back already. The players are ready to demonstrate their skills in the premium setup of the Fortress Arena. This stream is brought to you by Marketplace.tf and Artisan Mousepads. We also have a community-driven prize pool that you can contribute to at lan.cappingtv.com. So if you're keen to spare a few shillings, get on it. Yeah, get on it.
Get on it. But yes, we'll just do a couple of quick things. First of all, I'm going to have to acknowledge that we're operating from Wurundjeri country. Sovereignty was never ceded. You can't be illegal on stolen land, etc., etc. So, yeah, welcome. We're going to have a lot of fun today. This is a two-day event, so this is the first day. We'll be coming back tomorrow for the finals. First day is going to be the group stage. We've got the 8 best teams that we could find in Australia, so, you know, don't think too much of it, but it's going to be pretty good. We've got players that have travelled across the country. I think there was a bunch of people. I don't know. I came from Brisbane. I know a bunch of other people came from all sorts of places. I think there was someone from Perth, which is like...
There's always one person from Perth.
It's too far. It's too far. But it just shows the sort of excitement that we're expecting to see here. Oh, we get a spotlight. Oh, God. So, all the teams here have already qualified, but they still have to prove themselves for the championship. And this is, as you said, the 5th LAN Downunder that we've done, and it's the 10th year of operation for Capping Television here. So, yeah, I don't know. Not much more to say about that one. So why don't we have a little bit of a walk around the venue so people can sort of see what's going on, while you, Goose, can tell me about the next 2 days. What are we expecting?
Oh, Kentucky! Oh my lord! They're gonna kill the heavy.
And they're gonna get it.
They're gonna get capped. They
Oh,
do, and they
what a
keep
win.
their dream alive.
Rich and is just annihilating everybody.
What is going
Just
on?
everybody.
Oh my god!
That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in the history of Team Fortress 2.
The LAN Downunder is back this July, featuring 8 teams from around the region that will face off in a 2-day competition to crown Australia's TF2 champions. Here's everything you need to know. The first and second place teams from LAN Downunder 2024 have automatically secured their spots in the tournament through direct invite. To find our other 6 teams, we ran an online qualifier earlier in the year to determine who earns the right to face them in the arena. The top 6 qualifying teams now join our 2 invited teams in the group stage. The group stage uses a round-robin format, with each team playing every other team once. This gauntlet will use a Unity Auto Golden Cap rule set, meaning that if the score is tied, the players get 5 extra minutes to finish the round. If the score is still tied after 5 minutes, the team with mid-control is declared the winner. At the end of this intense competition, the 4 teams with the most points will advance into the finals. On day 2, those 4 teams will battle through a cutthroat best of 3 single elimination bracket. Each team will have 1 shot to make it to the best of 5 grand final and claim the title of LAN Downunder 2025 champion. You can watch all the action right here on CappingTV. And be sure to head to lan.cappingtv.com for all the tournament information. Don't miss out on the most exciting TF2 event of the year.
Over here, look at this. We've got a whole analysis situation going on. We'll come around. Look at this. Look. That's our fellas. They're sitting here at the desk. And I think that's going to be the end of our intro as we cut it into the new camera.
Hello. Thank you, Snazzy and Goose. Welcome to the analyst desk. I am Tal. Joining me, Chimes, Ghost. How are we doing this fine morning?
Very cold, to say the least, but otherwise pretty well.
Yeah, you managed to get up nice and fresh and early to watch some TF2 today.
Indeed.
Yeah, nice and early. Got a few beers in me before we got here. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, it is, what,
It's Friday somewhere.
11:30 somewhere. But yeah, very shortly we'll get some qualifiers recap going. But yeah, a lot of our players are, as Snazzy and Goose pointed out, setting up pretty well. Did you guys get a chance to catch the qualifiers earlier this year?
I watched a little bit. I saw some really good games. Saw obviously our top 6 teams play their matches. They're now invited here today, and hopefully some good TF2 again.
Yeah, that's exactly that. Goose is... I believe Goose was there, casting. Ghost.
Look, it was some very close games, but at the end of the day, I think what teams we sort of expected to qualify did. There was obviously a few surprises and a couple upsets, but overall, I think the teams that qualified in the end were the sort of ones expected. From obviously qualifiers, I think we got the rest of 6 teams that made it, which were Oxyconnoisseurs, Protein Farts, Ascension, or Restless as they're called this tournament, Blue Eyes, and I believe Net Profit and Bones Pugs, I think, are the other ones that qualified.
You really hit the nail on the head there. You got, I think, all of them.
I believe
and
so.
we do have 2 invited teams, BLG and Job. Now,
I'm scared of one of those teams.
Yeah,
I won't say which one.
I'm scared of a few players on those teams. But for those of everyone in the room right now that might not be familiar with these two invited teams. What sort of faces do we see on BLG, Chimes?
We're seeing faces similar to what you might see at the top prem level. You're seeing Daz, you're seeing Silvo, Sheep, that Sheep, I know.
The real Sheep? He's here? The Roborn?
Roborn might be here today.
He scares me, you know.
Down tier, and I think Lau as well.
Awesome.
And Atten? No, I think that was it.
No, that's something else.
Atten's on job.
Fantastic. And who's on job, Ghost?
JOB. So basically, it's pretty much Struck Minds from last year. However, just a few changes. So on that side, we've got instead of Sheep and Andrew, they have gotten Atten and Gotaki, Doge, Fane, Matt, and Lex. And speaking about LAN, oh, that's JOB. There you go on your screen there. So
Beautiful.
yeah,
Those handsome faces.
I believe they've changed up slightly as well. Doge has moved to combo and Atten on to medic, but otherwise the remaining classes do remain the same. But pretty much, yeah, it's almost identically the same from last year, just with a few additions, pretty much. But overall, I think still second favorites for the venue.
Yeah.
And Ghost, how are you feeling if you're Matt, you're Lex, you're Fane, that Robor has left your team from last year and gone to play BLG? How do you think those players feel right now?
I think it would be quite scary, definitely. It's going to be a challenge, I'll say the least.
I bet there's a few team names that a lot of people might not be familiar with yet. Is that true, Chimes?
So we've got some teams you do know under different names because as Australia go change it up every single time. We sure do. Name 6 players, new name, new team.
Yeah, we can't keep anything the same. We need to make it as confusing for other regions as possible to identify anyone.
Exactly. So let's fly over these few team names. Obviously, we have Reckless, which is previously known as Ascension. They've been around since I started playing back in season 28, and like just small structure changes. So we have people like Protein Fast actually. So Protein Fast, whether you last
Medic this time was going into a different class than was used to off the scout.
Yeah.
So see how he goes today. Looking a bit sad.
Put him on a class with less responsibility. That's a great idea. I'm sure he'll do a fantastic job from the scout, from the medic. Swapping from scout onto medic. Stumbling over my words already. It's not a good sign.
Just the nerves. It's all right. We'll get there.
It is just the nerves, and I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing Protein Farts very shortly in our round 1 match.
Exactly. Gets one of the favorite teams on the job, or previously known as Struck Minds, who were here last year. Like we explained, they came second. They did have Andrew and Robo or Sheep on scouts, and they've unfortunately lost those players and have got at Kataki this time with Doge, Medic this time, and Doge moving into that scout role alongside Kataki.
How do you think that roster change is going to affect them, Ghost?
I think it'll actually benefit them a lot more. Atten, despite him, he's not, I'd say, considered a full medic main, but his medic is actually pretty decent. And I think putting him on the class of medic and then Doge putting to a combat allows Doge to be a little bit more freedom and definitely main calling because he's very vocal. Even on medic as well, he can definitely call from there quite a bit. Putting him on that combo class or damage as well will definitely help the team, I feel like. And also sort of support Gotaki as well. Definitely, with his experience and with how long he's played the game. And then put Atten on medic as well. I think Doge can definitely, if need be, sort of micro, almost, if need be, but I don't think it should be an issue. And I feel like Atten will sort of follow the way how Doge wants to play, whether it's very aggressive or passively.
Yeah, I feel like they can match each other's assertion there. And on Protein Farts, who do we see on this team to be the most vocal players?
Look, as people do come to play Pugs in Australia region, you do meet Raelen. This guy is one of the loudest players, one of the most vocal players. If he wants to do something, he will let you know and he'll call it, regardless of what he's doing. If he's playing a flank role, he's going to yell at the combo to do it. If he's in a combo role, he has the flank under a tight leash, pretty much, just to do whatever he needs to do and what gets done. Obviously, you've got players like Dauq. He's been playing for one of the longest players here. He's been playing since a very young age, and coming from the OWL days.
OWL, yeah.
Yeah, so like OWL 9, 8, 12?
Back in the day, it was still a long time ago anyway.
So he's got so much knowledge, so much to do, so much to say, and doesn't hope he doesn't crumble under the pressure.
Yeah.
He locks in.
I mean, don't let the youthful expression fool you. He's as old as time. He's wise. He's wise beyond his years. To find out a little bit more about these two teams, we are going to send it right now to a match preview video production.
Two experienced teams are ready to kick off the tournament with a player rivalry that should make for a compelling match. Previously known as Struck Minds, Job plays with patience and precision.
I think I try and let everyone kind of play their role during those intense moments. Everyone's their own player. We've got some really good players on the team. You know, I don't have to baby them. So yeah, I think I try and guide everyone to how they should play their role to the best of my ability.
They excel at map control and have deep knowledge of the regional meta, built through years of competitive experience.
I think I'm gonna bring out the spoon maybe. We'll see. No guarantee. And I'm going to be focusing soldiers, I think, the entire time.
What weaknesses do I find in BLG? Our biggest advantage is that we have a medic with hands and the other enemy doesn't because they have wills. Well, their star player Sheep played with me for 3 seasons. I taught him everything he knows and I've lost every grand final I've ever played, so I think I know how this grand final is going to go.
Protein Farts thrives in chaotic situations, using strong communication and their adaptability to their advantage.
A map like Gully Wash is just soldier heaven. Every room, every choke is a room, everything is splash damage. As long as you're doing something, you're doing work. Gully Wash is freelo, easy.
Their approach and willingness to pursue even the smallest opening makes them dangerous against any opponent.
Well, if it's really dire, I'll just go for like a feed bomb. My 5 ping will hit the rocket, and then Tantia clips me, and then we win.
Job success is enabled by Matt and Doja's game sense and leadership. 2 players who provide the foundation for their tactical approach and mindset going into each round. For Protein Farts, Wills and Dauq provide a dependable backbone. Will's determination is strengthened by the competitive rivalry between himself and Matt.
Matt and I have a lot of history. Unfortunately, he was too shit for my team, so I had to cut him. And he took that very personally. And now we have a bit of rivalry going on at LAN, and I'm going to stomp him.
Both teams bring thousands of hours of experience to the tournament. Now, we'll see how it translates under pressure.
It's safe to say the production budget has increased this LAN. We've put a little bit more effort in, as we
Just
usually
a little
do.
bit.
Yeah. We've got a few of those match preview videos spread out throughout the day so that everyone at home can find out a little bit more about the players we love here. But yeah, we're going to see Protein Farts and Job face off on one of the pug maps.
I think
Process.
the map.
The map. The quintessential pug map where people can flex their scout DM, show the coordination of their soldiers. What are you looking out for on Process, Ghost?
I mean, look, I think Process, I do want to see sort of the soldiers as well, see what they can do, especially on the mids to sort of initiate the fights.
Any names?
Look, you got Raelen, Rohan on the side of Protein Farts to keep an eye out, definitely. And then on the side of JOB, you've got definitely Fane and Lex, who definitely are probably the 2, I'd say, people to keep an eye out, but at the same time, Protein Farts, you can't doubt Raelen or Rohan. However, though, watching what the scouts do as well, taking that high control on Process mids, it will be very interesting. With Dauq, obviously, on Protein Farts having experience on combo, I think he'll do fine. My question is, though, this is a big question mark, is definitely Hungry, whether he's in shape. This is a very good question, but it'll be interesting to see Process. It is a good, I guess, warm-up as well, but seeing him, I guess, slowly progress today, he might build up, but who knows?
I think he's definitely in shape. I mean, have you seen the guy? He's there. He can barely contain himself sitting at his seat. He's just a pure mass, a pure TF2 mass. These 2 teams, I can see this matchup to be one of the highlights of the day for sure. If you're Job, how do you sort of control the force that is Protein Farts, Chimes?
As a player on Job, you've got to look out for... You've got one thing going for you, and it's a myth that I've heard, and it's called the Nugget Bomb.
The Nugget Bomb?
The Nugget Bomb.
Can you explain to me the Nugget Bomb? What do I have to fear?
I've heard that our favourite player, Fane, one of the nicest guys in the league, is one of the scariest bombing soldiers. He just appears out of nowhere. He's full buff for no reason. All your packs are going to 2-rocket you.
Yeah, he is a bit scary. I've had the pleasure of playing with him just in this past season, and he's sort of this silent force that he will jump in and maybe complain if something didn't go absolutely perfectly to plan. But he's a terrifying soldier to play against, that's for sure, and I definitely feel quite secure. I don't feel like my flank is ever being invaded, and even if it was, I'm sure Fane would be there to protect me. But yeah, this Protein Farts team, they've got a flank of their own, which is quite fierce, Ghost.
Yes, I mean, Hungry for Eggs and Rohan. So I think it's definitely a really strong flank that can definitely match up to the side of, JOB. However, the question is, though, if Rohan for some reason needs to rotate off flank, my concern is if obviously Hungry, if he can sort of handle by himself on the flank, especially people know for a fact he's probably played one TF2 game in the past 6 months, to be honest. I'm pretty sure he spent most of the time playing Deadlock or Overwatch, 2 other games. However, look, I think he should be fine. If he's vocal enough to call for help, he definitely will. But if he has to watch it passively, he has to watch it passively. It is what it is. But there's definitely something that JOB can definitely exploit for the side of Protein Farts. But I think overall, Protein Farts is like general just combo, and I guess soldier sort of duo is sort of where they're probably going to rely on. Again, and then also as well, I think Hungry might just be sort of the one sort of doing the off-classing for last holds or anything, sort of all the like stuff just sort of helping out the team. But Protein Farts, I think definitely they do stand up a chance. And again, you said it's going to be a very close match for the day. Obviously, coming from Qualifier as well, they had a very good, successful qualification, 2 very quick 5-0s, which is very clean. That's what you want to see. Made it through. And pretty much, I think, as well, everyone's sort of in form. Hungry is the one who might just have to build up throughout the day. That's how I see it. But overall, I think we're expecting definitely a close game on Process.
And then, I mean, Protein Farts has had a few roster changes, right? We used to have Daz on the demo man, and now we've got Paré. Paré, I mean, he's a strong player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a bit of a dark horse character going into this tournament. We've always known Paré. I've known Paré for a very long time. From my first seasons, he was a bit of a pug warlord. He'd just come in, drop 500 DP and walk away. So going up against like one of the best demo men in Australia in the form of Matt, especially the best right now in this competition, because, well, Enrith isn't here, suicide from Denver. It's going to be very interesting how he goes, how his mental is going to match up. Obviously, Matt's very vocal. He knows what he wants, and he gets what he wants. Like you would know, Dauq, we're playing on series with him right now in our online league in Oz Fortress. Yeah, but Matt's very vocal, but how is Paré stand up? It's more of a quiet character. He's going to probably let Dauq and Raelen do a lot of the calling, and if he wants something like an Uber, he's going to have to step up to the plate, go in, bomb in alongside Dauq, and just get what he get done. And we'll see end of the match what the logs are like, and see which demo was the best one.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to get some predictions going, but before we do that, we should bring the casters in for us.
Oh,
we got the boys. We got the boys on the casting desk. How's it going?
Hello.
Goose and Snazzy?
Pretty well. We're up in the nosebleed section up here, so
Pretty accurate. It's good so far. I'm excited for more. I've always been roped in, and been roped in yet again right off the
You love being roped in.
I do love being roped in. I just wish Mish would... I wish he'd tie me up.
You should at least put some kibble in your bowl first.
Oh, please. I'm begging. Well, yeah, no, this is definitely an exciting game. Job and Protein Farts are 2 of the strongest teams here, like you guys have been saying. So I don't even know which way I would predict it. Oh, God, no.
yeah, I don't know. Like, just for like on sentimental value alone, I'm gonna go with like Protein Farts because it's an ex-Kalski kind of roster. Kalski's one of my favourite players in Ozfort. I wonder if like someone has taken on the role of perma-sniping, like, and sort of carried that tradition through, but I'm not sure. We're going to have to find out. But that's the way I'd sort of lean for this one. But then again, Job is, like, I'm looking at this sheet here, like Ozfort 2nd, 3rd, 4th, Ozfort 24, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. So a lot of strong players on both sides.
Yeah, strong as.
You got a score prediction for us, Goose?
Oh, if I had to, I'd say maybe like 5-3 in favour of Protein Farts. Maybe. I don't know. I've never been good at the score predictions. So
yeah, don't let Matt hear you saying stuff like that.
Look at him. He's
if
ready
Matt
to
finds
go.
out he's going to drop a map this early in the
He's
tournament,
all tensed up. You can see him in the back.
Yeah, he's a scary looking fella.
he's got the pro slouch going on. He's right next to your left elbow right there.
Hey.
Looking handsome as always. Have we got some score predictions down here on the couch, Chimes? What direction do you think it's going to fall?
Look, in past weeks there's been a bit of beef, so I'm #Team Matt. So I think Job's going to win. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be a 3-2, a bit of a slow game, a lot of stalemate, especially on that last pointed process. We're going to get through each door. There's going to be a sentry going, a sniper, a pyro, especially with Hungry Freaks playing right now. That last pyro on last, one of the scariest things I could imagine bombing into as a soldier. And yeah, but 3-2 to our Job today.
3-2 to Job. Ghost.
Look, I think I'm in the same party as Chimes too much. #Team Matt.
In the chat.
No, but in all seriousness, I think, look, 4-2 realistically is what we're looking at. Upset potential, absolutely. Protein Farts definitely can take this map off JOB. However, when you look at who's in form, who's in shape, I do see JOB taking this, and 4-2 is what I'm leaning towards as well. But yeah.
What about you, Tao? What are you thinking?
mean,
You've been playing with Matt for a very few weeks now.
Yeah.
Few scrims, few
I
pokes.
got to say, we get along like a house on fire. He guides me through the gauntlet that is towards the top end of Prem, despite my probably weaknesses in that field of play. But yeah, I got to say, despite Wills's shrewd insight into the game and his just pure willpower, I think it is going to go in the direction of Job and hashtag Team Matt. I do want to bring up that if anyone is at home and they want to contribute to the fantastic prize pool we've got going forward, please go to lan.cappingtv.com. We've got some QR codes around the place. We had a fantastic base prize pool of $1,000 contributed by Capping TV, and then I'm pretty sure we've already hit over 1,000 in terms of contributions. What have we got there, guys?
As of now, we are sitting at 1,107, which means also we've unlocked a few, obviously, goals, which people can see as well there. There's a few more to unlock, but otherwise, surprisingly, yeah, we have a really, really good amount of support, and, you know, really thank you to the community for obviously supporting LAN.
Yeah, and the prize pool does not end there. One of our fantastic sponsors, Artisan mouse pads, all the way from Japan. They've given us some mouse pads to give out. So if people make it through this first day, if they make it to today too, the top 4 teams each go home. Every player goes home with a brand new Artisan mouse pad.
I think that's one of the best prizes we've had for a LAN in a long time.
Yeah. I think it is. And of course, you get some of these nice little medals here as well.
Yes.
We've got the participation medal, and then first, second, and third. All of our players will go home with a medal, even if they don't get placement. And
It's like when you go to the athletics carnival, you don't win the race. You get a participation badge.
Yeah, you get a little ribbon, you get a little iron-on badge.
It looks nice, though.
So very big shout out to community members Korn and Miffy, who did this in their own spare time, volunteered for it, and we now have an awesome take-home prize that we go get the players to get take home and show off to their friends, their families, their loved ones, and they get to explain what TF2 is and why they keep playing this dead game.
Yeah. Fantastic. And the other huge sponsor we have for this event is marketplace.tf. We'll try and get a code on your screen shortly, but I believe the deal is for every 20 keys purchased on Capping marketplace.tf, you get 1 Manco Supply crate key for free.
That is good. I'm trading a few items, guys. Please come find me. I need to offload some spells. Yeah, but so that's really it. We can probably start getting ready soon, getting our players ready in the server.
Yeah, what's the status up there, boys?
Live in 20 is the word on the street right now. This is at the LAN Downunder 2025.
Do you reckon that's 20 minutes, though?
Oh, I hope not 20 minutes. I'm hoping 20 seconds.
That would be ideal.
Yeah.
That would be good for me. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my
and
God,
it looks like we are live right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is round 1. Protein Farts versus Job. We're at the LAN Downunder 2025. Make some noise! Woo!
We're into the first mid. We can see Ferre taking some shots there. He's very, very low. He does get a bow, and the round is off to a brilliant start. We can see a lot going on this mid, but not much killing so far. Holy cow. See you later, go Ducky. Lex going down as well. Parry does go down after those 2 frags come through, but it's looking very good for Protein Farts here. Fane goes down. Matt's really low. It's only Matt and Nat in here, and they are fleeing. That said, they've kept their medic up, so if they can keep him alive a little bit longer, but it's not looking good. Both scouts in and on. Here we go. Demo goes down. Med's still struggling for survival, and that will be the end of it. There you go. First mid of the day going to Protein Farts. And you know what? They dealt it, and we bloody smelt it.
And, you know, that was a delayed death as well from Adden. So, and, you know, with their demos, they're not even spawned yet. So, Protein Farts, they're looking to go potentially straight into last year. I know they're going to be able to possibly get their way on a second. Rohan's making his way there right now, and the whole team is following through. Job, they're not even like out of spawn yet, so that's going to be an easy second, and we're looking at roughly 70 to 60% ad.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's enough ad to push with, absolutely. That said, we have got the level 2 sentry gun, now level 3 sentry gun sitting there, ready to go for this push. They've also even got the dispenser up. Here we go, Uber through door 4. They're pushing on in. The sentry gun is doing a little bit of work, but it goes down pretty quickly. There's no players dying so far. Big old headshot on a Rohan. Connor going down as well. This is actually really good defense out of the fellas here. There is a big soldier bomb onto the medic. The medic is going down, but it is a failed push. The only redeeming factor, Wills is still alive, so they managed to get out with that medic.
Wills did make it out, so they're going to still have some of that advantage as before, but now Protein Fights are going to have to sort of poke their way through second, and Parade going down as well. There's a huge pick onto the demo man from Lex, and so Job, now they can comfortably, very easily get into second, possibly mid right now. We're not too sure. Fane's going to be trying to stop this and not let them get in for free. He's going to be bombing through choke, trying to make something of it, but a reset is on the cards, I think, Snazzy.
Yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense, Goose. This is a fine reset point. In fact, I think this one will even stabilise out. I think this will be both teams just trying to get their Uber up and make things happen here. So, so far, it is looking pretty aggressive out of Protein Farts, but they have kind of flubbed it right at that last sort of safe moment and given Job the ability to come back here. And they had to take leave for this, so I'm glad that they're managing to get some sort of aggression going on.
Yeah, no, definitely. So right now, we've got an even Uber. Protein Farts, they're going to be on their second, and Job's looking to go through sewer, trying to get a bomb in potentially from one of the soldiers. Actually, Matt's just going to forward this through. I really like this from Matt, like not really too scared of any sticky traps or anything. Parade is going to be dishing the spam back. So Job not overcommitting just yet. They're going to be really, really careful. And Lex is going to go going for a bomb. There comes the second. Both soldiers down, and Dauq falls as well. So now, and the Ubers actually do come out in the midst of all of this. Wills is going to be taking his scout and demo through onto mid. We see a demo bomb from Matt, very ballsy, and he manages to get out.
Yeah, I'm amazed that he's managed to get out of that one, actually. But, yeah, I think it was a bit of an Uber trade at the choke there, and it just went very poorly for Job there. It's looking much better for Protein Fast, but they're struggling to get into second here. They have lost Raelen nice and early, I believe, to fall damage at the end there. Lex up on Sniper. Sexy Lexi. Here we go. He's going to absolutely ruin someone's day. I can smell it. I can smell it. But, yeah, no, it's... oh, here we go. One headshot. Not quite enough. Second headshot. God, does he get a third? Does he get a third?
I don't know. They're going to have to give him a sight line. Well, Parade does fall in the middle of that as well. So without a demo, Job's going to be going right back through the mid. No stickies to lock down those chokes from Protein Farts. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's dangerous to say in a setting where the bloke is right there, but if you're trying to lose, Parade, what are you doing? Just walking into stickies there? That's no good.
Questionable play. I think I probably would have done the same thing with my very limited experience as a half-decent player. But with that being said, we are starting to see a few plays fall on the side of Protein Farts, both soldiers to be exact. Now, Job, they're going to be trying to get one more pick onto this scout. Hungry for Eggs does fall to Gotaki, and that's going to set them up for in a really good position to push through. But Connor is actually saving the day with this. He manages to pick up two. The Uber does come out on both sides. It's going to be a trade. Protein Farts losing a couple there in a really key moment, but Job will be getting it. Oh, but Gotaki as well.
Ooh. Dude, Gotaki was absolutely primed to be capping that last. But yeah, what a flubbed push. So much went wrong. That one scout just able to kill so many players. Especially losing your demo as you're pushing in because you're a little bit disconnected. Absolutely horrific. There is fighting still going on the second here. They're still actually trying to combat this one. Matt firing off so many air fights. Does pick up one with one of them. Rohan going down, I believe, getting piped in the head, slammed into the floor. Yeah, look, it's an excellent game so far.
Yeah, no, so I think so far all of these last pushes have been really, really scrappy. As I say that, Lex is going to be getting a nice direct onto Raelen. Connor will respond to that appropriately. Soldiers bombing into IT now. Connor finally falls, but Dauq does get picked off by Parade. So, you know, it's a little bit of a scrappy fight on second right now. The medic is going to fall as barely just... does fall in the end. The camera cut before I could finish, but that's all right. 80% ad on the side of Job Snazzy. So, yeah, it's been quite back and forth. No teams have really been able to protect their medics up until the last push, and I think we've only seen one full engagement on the last push so far.
Well, I mean, yeah, look, first game of the day, everyone's still a little bit trepidatious. They're worried about the land settings staring into the eyes of their enemy. But yeah, no, it's going to be a difficult hold for Protein Farts here. We'll have to see if they can do it again. Lex is up on Soldier this time instead of Sniper. That might give them what they need. They've kept their demo alive for a little bit longer. That gun is doing a shed load of work, though. No one actually focused it early. They didn't really peek in and get that one down. They are still in here, but no frags so far, just the gun. Lex in nice and deep onto the medic. Medic goes down. Fane does kill himself in the middle of all that. We see 2 players go down on the side of Job. It's just Atten and Gotaki, but they could absolutely get this one. But no, Gotaki goes down. It's just Atten running away, fleeing as quick as possible.
And for a second there, that looked so promising. I saw a few blue players falling on the kill feed, and I was thinking like, okay, like we're going to see our first round right now. But you know, this is what I was saying. Like Protein Farts, they're not going to be giving it up easy. Like this isn't going to be an easy game for Job. They're not wanting to concede this second, but Raelen bombing in right now. He's onto the medic, gets him, gets Atten, so that's going to be a huge pick from Raelen. Gotaki going to try and conjure up something if he can, and he gets onto Hungry for Eggs. 2 nice meat shots. He's not done yet though. Still in IT, trying to keep the dream alive.
This kid is insane, dude. What the fuck? 2 quick 2 shots. That is like a kind of steak meal that you couldn't even cut through and eat. That is just crazy. But yeah, look, massive ad on the side of Protein Farts here. They did lose a couple players, so they're unable to push immediately. So they'll probably have to Uber in to get into middle here, which is actually really good for Job because this, I mean, it's process, right?
Yeah.
This is a classic map where you can like hold that middle point, sort of, get the Uber out of them, and then just back away.
Yeah, so totally. So the Uber does come out, but they do get spotted in IT. Parade's going to be bombing in deep. I love these demo bombs from Parade. Like, this guy is like so aggressive. Like, he doesn't even care. And it's just like awesome to watch. Protein Farts are going to secure mid. Now Job has the Uber ad as well. So probably looking at getting a few sack waves in, trying to force that med early if they can. And yeah.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see what you're talking about. We can see they're into this IT area now. They are pushing with the disad. I think they're just keen to try to make something happen in terms of an Uber. They have managed to get quite a bit of damage in that IT area. That scout's absolutely going to go down. Does pick up Rohan, so it's a trade in there. Hungry for Eggs able to pick up Fane, though. That's actually going to give them what they might need. The Uber has been used through the choke in the meantime. They haven't really picked up much with it. They have just gotten into mid. They haven't really done anything. There's no cap time. They are being back capped now as well. They're going back for that one. The scout on the point does go down. Hungry for Eggs managing to drag back almost the entire team. Yeah, dude, that was some really scrappy fighting going on, and it doesn't even end. Raelen bombs through, tries to get into that. I can't remember the non-political interest. But that is a massive bomb out of the demo man there. Huge Uber. They managed to pick up everyone they need, and this might be a round. There are 2 players caught behind there that are doing quite a bit of work here, actually, and the bombs come through, and it is just a flood push in the end. Protein Farts getting in there and getting shat on.
Did you see that surf from Wills? He got bombed straight on. He actually managed to surf it all the way back out to mid. Such a crucial play. I really... Like just when you think it's going the way of Protein Farts, like, then Job just say like, nah, screw it. We're sending all of our players in, as they do right now. Parade back on the demo, bombs coming through. Hungry for Eggs really frontlining this. I like it. He's trying to get one, picks up Gotaki. That's a crucial player. Then Protein Farts just capping the second point, and Uber is still even though. So
Will's picking up the quick kill on Fane while he can see it. I think that's 2 now for him, but yeah, it's definitely turning into a Protein Farts looking sort of round. We do see Doge picking up 1 player on that sniper already. Nice and big. Hungry for Eggs going down as well, but it's 2 for 2 so far. The players are dying on the side of Job. The point is being capped, and the first round goes the way of Protein Farts. Round of applause. Go on. Go on. Look at them go. Look at them. They're right there. Anyway, yes, there you go. First round the way of Protein Farts, and there is still quite a bit of time left. This is really anyone's game still.
Yeah, and we are running the Banny config as well, so when it gets to the end, they still have 5 minutes to cap to the 5th score or whatever. It's from NA. We're Australian. I did the format explainer. I don't care. I'm still Australian branch. But we're on mid right now, ladies and gentlemen, and we are seeing some spam being traded. Raelen's looking to do a huge bomb onto the combo. He changes his trajectory and tries to go onto the demo, but he'll fall eventually. Hungry for Eggs is going to be picking up Lex as well as Fane. 2 huge picks as well, and he's looking to get his third. A three-piece on mid for Hungry for Eggs. He is hungry indeed.
He's hungry for frags, actually, bro. He's just suspended people in the air and taken them down. This is just, it's a masterclass in how to play a scout mid. Just beautiful. But look, it is even Ubers. There is the sentry gun. I think it's going to be a difficult push for Protein Fast, but I'm glad to see that they're bringing this momentum forward because this is probably their best chance to get in, get a second round nice and quick.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say I'd like to see an off-class here, maybe a sniper, rather than just going for the sack waves. If you have a sentry gun in there, it's really hard to get a soldier in and have any sort of meaningful sack. You're kind of just like throwing bodies at a point. But I think they're electing to keep it pretty cookie cutter. I don't know. Like they might just go in and take a trade. Rohan's looking to peek door 5 right here on the far right side, but nothing too interesting going on. It's still even Ubers.
Yeah, look, even Ubers, the dispenser's coming up, the sentry's level 3. Connor's going down pretty low, so is Paré. I don't think they're going to be able to do much from this lobby area, but look, they've got them in the position where all they have to do is wait for a mistake on the part of Job, and that gives them an entry. So far, Job are playing this absolutely excellently. Like, there's no mistakes happening so far. So we'll just have to see if anything does happen. It's just going to depend. But I am surprised there hasn't been a sniper come out on at least one of these sides now, because Wills is playing pretty aggro in that lobby. They got a sniper watching that sideline. It could be the end of it.
Yeah, I think the Job just wants to go super defensive with the heavy and sentry. If I was Protein Farts right now, and there we see the sack wave come through, and there we go. And actually, it's a... Oh, no, it was just a double kill feed. I thought it was 2 plays. Oh, no, 2 plays did fall. Raelen and Rohan are down on the side of Protein Farts. This will definitely prompt Job to send a couple of players in onto Connor. Lex does fall.
Connor doesn't care, bro. That was crazy.
Yeah, no, it's really like just, I don't know, that they kind of like overstayed their welcome a little bit. But...
Oh, no. Do you see what I see?
I do see what you see, and this is...
Oh, no. Nothing happened with it. But look, hey, we saw it. That's the good news. Yeah, no, actually, excellent defense. Both teams still have their Ubers here, but it is looking like it's going to be a bit of a scrappy fight on mid. The Uber does get forced out on the side of Protein Farts. Atten still has their Uber. That is atrocious for Protein Farts here. They do pick up Fame. That's actually pretty powerful. That might get them out of here without dying like everyone. But how long are you going to delay it for? You're still facing full Uber.
Yeah. Apparently, we've just got an info from the control team that the sound is going to be off for a minute, and we will be pausing this game, but we'll be resuming shortly.
Yeah. But look, we'll keep casting while it's going. Why not?
Yeah.
I think the people in the room will still be able to see
Yeah, the people in the room would love to hear it. So right now we've got Matt coming through IT, looking nice and aggressive. Lex is going to be falling to Raelen there. So, and the Uber actually does come out. There's a sentry still on last. Hungry for Eggs is going to be hitting that thing with the spanner, trying to keep the dream alive. Dauq's going to be taking down Raelen as well. Connor feeling the pressure, does take down Matt. And Protein Farts, they're slowly but surely making their way through, defending this, sorry. I'm not... Yeah, they're on defense. Our feed cut out for a second.
They are doing a good job of defending this one. They're kind of remarkably able to hold on to that one, because I thought that was sort of a done deal. But yeah, dude, there you go. They pretty much wiped everyone, and that's going to be the end of that push. Protein Farts now pushing back out. Job really looking strong for a second there, though.
Yeah, no, they're looking to tie that up, but I don't think it was enough to secure the deal for that one, Snazzy, unfortunately.
Yeah, it really is it? But look, Protein Farts, they're still on the back foot here. They, their meds only got 15%, so they still have to defend again. Job have actually done a pretty good job of bringing this one back around and getting in for another attempt at this one. Another crack at the egg, so to speak, you know what I mean?
And with 70% advantage and the sentry gun down right now, this is the perfect time, do or die. You're not going to get a better chance than this. Gutaki making his way through to the final last point. Rohan and Raelen are going to be falling. The demo does die as well. That's Paré gone. They don't need to do much other than just get on the point. Pyro trying to keep the dream alive, but Job are going to be tying up the round in this series.
Yes, 1-1. with how many minutes remaining? Who knows? 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes remaining. That is still anyone's game. And you know, with this rule set, as we said, whoever holds mid at the end of the timer will be considered the winner. So at least that's what I understood you two have told me.
Yes, that's what I am suspecting as well. But you never know. Anyway, it's a new mid. It's a new day. We're in Melbourne. So Raelen's going to be... I love this bomb from him. He does this every mid, and it worked out. It worked out this time. He's going to be picking down Gataki. Huge play. Hungry for Eggs is going to be on Atten as well. All players falling on the side of Jobs. I think a scout, Matt, tried to get something in there to try and, you know, get a player. But, only Hungry for Eggs is fallen there, so...
That is a crazy dominant round. That is so sick. Look, that mid right there is just, again, textbook play. They picked up everybody. That's just gorgeous. And look, they've got full ad. They are down one player. Hungry for Eggs just coming back up now. It does come back up on Scout as expected. They've capped second, and it looks like they're going to push without Hungry. Hungry's going to have to come in a little bit late, maybe. They're getting into that lobby area now. They're scouting it out. There is a level 2 sentry gun, not quite level 3 yet. Here we go, the Uber comes through. Gun's still level 2. Gun is down already. We see them up in that bunker area. Doge trying to get forward, does pick up Raelen. That's actually not so good for the start of this push as far as Job are considering it, I think. As far as protein farts are considering it, good lord. And look, it's all kind of crumbling here. They haven't been able to achieve very much. They've lost their med. There's so many players down low. They're all going to be going down here. There is still a scout in there trying to make something happen. Hungry for Eggs going down. It's just Connor and Raelen left alive. Raelen a bit of a respawner. And Connor having to flee. So, yet another great defense by Job.
I find it utterly amusing that when everything is like perfect for a team to go in and get a push, like it just doesn't happen. Like the defending team like figures out a way to just, you know, hold on. But we see rounds be capped in the most spontaneous like scenarios.
Oh yes.
So I don't know. I just find that absolutely hilarious. But we're on mid now. Job's going to be clawing that one back. Raelen and the other soldier still in IT, and he's going to be taking down Lex. Job trying to get their way through onto second, with losing a couple players, protein farts, and Rohan is down. He's going to be taking down Atten behind. This is a huge play from Rohan right here, but Matt with the air shot onto him.
Yeah,
shutting that play down early.
Absolutely huge. I do see another little sneaky play going on, but in the meantime, the Uber does get forced out of protein farts on their own last. Absolutely horrible scenario to be in. Lex might be able to do some frisky business back here, but who knows?
It's still anyone's game, but
so close to being able to get that frisky business done, but no, Hungry for Eggs spotting that one out, managing to take him down, and that is going to prevent them from losing that second round there that they really can't afford to.
Yeah, no, and you know, with 3 minutes or 5 minutes on the clock, you don't want to be dropping rounds at this point in the match. You know, these are only 1 map rounds in the group stages, so if you lose the map, that's it. You don't get the point, and if you lose enough of them, you don't get to go to day 2.
Yeah, dude, that's absolutely the end of it. Like you have to win. Every round is important here. So look, they both kind of eyeing each other off, but at the moment, I think Job might need to remember that they can't muck around too long. We've only got 4 minutes 40 left on the clock. We see protein farts coming through that sewer area. They're sort of getting through. They have been spotted out, which might shut them down quite a bit. Matt's getting quite a few stickies onto that shuttered door, able to block some stuff out. I think they're just trying to get a bit of damage for a bomb here. Connor getting through, trying to make something happen. The soldier bomb has come through. Raelen does go down. Rohan goes down as well. An excellent defense on that double bomb. And that's probably going to give them what they need to get into middle here. Paré having to jump away. In fact, I think the whole team's probably going to have to play super defensive here as Job comes straight on through there. In very, very deep. That med is very far forward. I think this is going to have to be an Uber trade, Goose.
Yeah, definitely. The Uber does come out on the side of protein farts. Job holding on to theirs, though. This is not what you want to see. Finally, the late pop. There's going to be a bit of Uber match onto Wills. Huge bomb right there. Now, he's just going to have to back up real quick with a scout just terrorizing their combo. But, I mean, Job, that sort of went exactly how you could have wanted it to go.
Yeah, dude, that was absolutely excellent. Hungry for Eggs coming straight on through and managing to kill Atten. That is insane that he managed to get away with that. Atten was in the middle of like 5 players. 5 players. I don't know, I can't count, bro. But yeah, excellent stuff out of the fellas there, managing to pick up the medic there. But we do see Job is actually getting very keen. Paré with a nice big trap on the Lex there, able to take him out. But yeah, Job is still pretty keen here. I think they want to try to get the medic while they can. So many soldiers are in. Raelen does go down. It's not looking great, but oh, go Taki. Dude, 20 health on Wills there. Look at him, he's sweating.
They threw everything into that med, and I don't know if that was the right call, because I think they're forgetting, Snazzy, that whoever has mid control at the end of this whole, you know, ordeal.
Who needs mid control if you can get another round up? Is all
That's true. Yeah. No, but for Job, like I don't know. I would have held that back just a little bit. I don't know. Maybe you could have held second and made your way back through mid again, or like fought for it in the last minute. I don't know. Now they're going to be holding last with absolutely zero advantage. Pare's going to be jumping straight through onto the sentry, takes that down. Players hanging up in heaven though. It's called heaven for a reason because it's keeping him nice and safe. And as the Uber fades, so do some of the players. Raelen, Hungry for Eggs, are going to be taken down. Rohan falls as well. This is not the push that you needed. It's not the push that Protein Farts needed, and Job are going to be able to make their way back into second.
Yeah, dude, that's. I really thought that would be another round for Protein Farts there, but yeah, Job able to defend it yet again and start moving it forward. They're pretty keen through this PC IT area. They're getting straight on through it. No one's seen them yet. Fane goes down actually very, very early, and that would be a trap that has kind of blown their push out of the water. But here, no, they're coming back in anyway. Here we go. Rohan in nice and deep, trying to get some damage on the mid. Does get a drop! Atten, eat garbage, bro. Just for God's sakes. Yeah, look, that is an absolutely huge bomb and a huge double frag out of Hungry for Eggs there, taking out Gotaki and Lex. That is absolutely putting Protein Farts on the front foot here. They're pushing into that middle area. They've already got the point as well, so they can keep on moving forward. They're looking hot. They're looking hot.
Oh, but look out for Fane. Oh, no, and Fane does manage to take it down. Paré, Connor will respond to him on that one. Matt's just going to be back at last, securing it down this point. There's 1 minute left in this map. So, you know, if they drop a round right now, it is probably the end of it. And also, even if they manage to get one back, they're going to have to make sure that they're holding mid. The Uber does come out from Protein Farts. Connor's going to be making his way through. Still plenty of stickies on the point, though. The sentry does fall. Rohan does pick that up. He gets the sentry gun of Gotaki. Aden falls as well. There's no medic left. Fane's going to be picking up Hungry for Eggs. Connor and gets Lex, and Paré gets Matt. It's just chaos. Pure chaos.
Dude, it's so close. How did they defend 4 health and 70 health? That is insane. How did they defend that? 30 seconds left on the clock. Protein Farts have to do it here if they want to be getting that second round. Good God, this is actually a really good game.
This is an insanely close game. I think Job has 20 seconds to cap mid, or it might go to a 5-minute timer.
Yes.
And then they've got to whoever has mid at the end of that 5 minutes needs to do it. 11 seconds left on the clock before we enter this overtime area. Adam's going to be falling, and Fane goes down as well. Rohan in the midst of it as well. Hungry for Eggs up on this point. Love this positioning. He's going to be shooting the soldier that's going to be trying to get onto the combo. No Raelen. He gets completely denied. Gotaki's going to be trying to make something happen, but Connor and Hungry for Eggs shut him down as well.
Yeah, dude, this is looking really good. The 5-minute timer has commenced because we've hit that stalemate at the end of the match. They're pushing on through. They've got a nice big Uber out here, about 40-odd% as well. That might be everything they need to get on in. Big old bomb out of Fane. Not able to make it happen. Will's down very, very low, though. Very, very low. He's been doing some excellent jobs of escaping stuff. I just heard something through the mic. Yeah, look, they're looking really good. They're pushing through. They're on that second here. It's looking good. There is a bit of defense going on, but not any Uber. The sentry gun's only level 2. It's nowhere near level 3 as well. Here we go. The push comes through. The sentry has gone down. No players dead as yet. They're all stuck in spawn, though. The stickies have been dead. They're capping the point. It's so close. It's so close. And that is it. 2-1. Protein Farts taking that first round. Well done, fellas. There you go.
Looks like the sentimental prediction wasn't too sentimental.
What?
The sentimental prediction for Protein Farts.
Yeah, true. Because I was backing Job on this one.
I even backflipped on my own prediction
as well, because I was like, after like a ghost told me, it was like, oh no, like they were like laughing at that prediction. I was like, oh, like I'm feeling really.
Well, they can
insecure.
laugh all they want.
Yeah, but I was right.
There you go.
I was right about it.
As usual. There you go. Well, yeah, look, that was an absolutely excellent match, actually. I can't believe we're already seeing our sort of like custom homebrew bloody config sort of working out. First round, we're actually seeing it come into play. And I think it worked pretty well.
When you look at these logs, Hungry actually did really well. I must say, like he just sort of did. He sort of did what he needed to do. Obviously on that sort of flank scout role. But one thing to note is Dauq had a really good game on the side of the Protein Farts. Obviously calling, and obviously with delay, we could see Protein Farts right in front of us. So we saw a few celebrations. But one thing to note was Pere's demo bombs. Actually,
yeah, very aggressive bombs.
Did some very aggressive bombs, but they actually paid off and it worked out. Really well. And then obviously the soldier combo of Raelen and Rohan sort of actually, they're very proactive. Despite the stats sort of not showing that, they making space for the team, so just going in, doing what they need to do. But then when you look at the side of JOB, I feel like there were times where there was some confusion, and I feel like it is the fact of obviously you get Doge on Combo Scout and Med. I feel like this probably needs to slowly build into it. However, now losing this game, JOB have a pretty rough road now. They've got Blue Eyes White coming up soon, and then they have BLG coming up. It's not rough.
Yeah,
it is.
They've got quite the gauntlet ahead of themselves.
Yes.
I got to say, Gutaki, he's doing so much work on this flank for Job.
Definitely.
It's a real shame that it didn't work out for them. What do you think's pinning down this Protein Farts team? What do we have to explain this, Chimes?
I reckon this might be the lack of scrimming. Obviously, this Protein Farts team is quite different to what they're playing right now. Obviously, you're on Protein Farts right now.
I'm on Job right now.
You're on Job, Protein Farts.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so Job. So Protein Farts, obviously they won that map. They're doing really good. They obviously come up and show. Obviously, Dauq and Gutaki had the most kills in the game. Obviously, both playing that. Well, Gutaki on flank scout actually had that, as we said, the rat style behavior, coming in 25 frags, and then Dauq getting 25 on the combo scout. Obviously means it shows how the teams play differently. Yeah. Obviously, Gutaki's just allowed to go on his own, do what he wants, find those key picks on the soldiers, on the flank scout, even on the medic sometimes, and the demo when he went behind, especially on process last. Well, as Dauq, they play like Dauq and Job, they play a lot slower. Oh, sorry, Dauq and Protein Farts, sorry, they play a lot slower, a lot more, I guess, coordinated, where Dauq can take the charge, take that Uber, take all the heals, and just do what he can. And we saw Job demo, Clankbot 53 on Parade.
Not Parade, Matt.
Yeah, Matt obviously having the most damage in the game, and doing 1,000 more than the next player, which was Parade. So really good job to Matt. 325 DPM. That's what you expect from a process demo.
All right. I am joined here by Raelen and Dauq of our winning team tonight. Congratulations. And I would like to ask you guys, did this game go to plan, or was there any surprises that you were facing?
I don't think there was really like a plan in mind, at least from the outset. I came into it thinking like it's kind of just going to be what it's like on the day, whoever shows up and however we show up. I don't know how you feel.
Yeah, I mean, LAN is always like whoever's just feeling better. I don't know, like there are so many upsets all the time at LAN. But we were confident we were going to own Matt, and we're confident that Matt's better than Wills. So we'll just make that statement for everyone at home.
Matt's better than Wills?
Sorry, wait, Wills is better than Matt. Sorry, other way around. We're confident Wills is better than Matt. I hope he hears that on the stage over there.
Awesome. Now, was there any players on the other team that gave you guys any trouble?
During the game?
Yeah.
Matt. Matt was good. Matt is always good. I felt...
Well, I know the beef runs deep, so...
Oh, they're not necessarily with me. I mean, Wills and Matt have issues, but that's for another time. I don't know, personally, I only felt really Matt and maybe Gutaki at times, but overall it felt like, yeah, pretty okay to play. Not like in a bad way for them. They were good still.
I was going to say Soldier POV, Doge. He's a bit of a freak. That guy's been working 7 days a week, not touching the game, and he comes to LAN and he's just activated. So I felt him a lot. But other than that, he was my standout, for sure.
Yeah. And would you guys say that you are nervous or excited for the rest of this match? Like the rest of the games you're going to be playing?
Both, yeah. Like, I love LAN. It's always so much fun, and I'm nervous and excited for it.
Right place to be.
Same thing. Nervous at first, but geeked up now. We beat possibly the team we knew was going to be the hardest, other than those guys. So we're just keen to play now. Gonna go hard.
Awesome. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get cut off anytime soon because I don't have any more questions. So I think I will have to throw it back to Goose.
Is it going to be one of those like awkward moments where we sit on the camera until
Yeah.
oh, there we go. Woo!
Riding flesh on the rest. The Grim Reaper catches the check. Riding flesh on the rest. The Grim Reaper catches